But when we're talking about bearing fruit, we actually want to go to about John chapter 15, verse 5. And so what's happening is Jesus is talking to his disciples just before he's about to be betrayed, arrested, and crucified. And I'm just imagining Jesus is in a garden, and he's talking to his disciples, and he says, listen, I'm the vine, and you're the branches. And whoever abides in me, and I abide in him, he it is that bears much fruit. Yeah, I'm just imagining here he's talking to his disciples, and he's just looking out in the garden, and he's pulling from what he's seeing. And he's saying, listen, I'm the vine. My followers, you're the branches. It's kind of like a tree. He's saying, hey, I'm the trunk, and you are the branches. And if you stay connected to me, what will happen is you start to bear fruit. Now, the word abide is not a word that we typically use in our day-to-day language. The etymology of this word is really close to the word abode. And you might hear a parent or someone say, if they've invited somebody into your household, they'll say, hey, welcome to my humble abode. Now, your abode, your house, that's the place where you come back to. Like you go to school and you come back to your home. You might go and play sports or go to the movies, but you come back to your home. And what Jesus is saying, if you keep returning to me, if you make your home in me, I will make my home in you. And the natural result will be that you will bear fruit. That's what he says in John chapter 15, verse 5. And so you probably wonder, okay, Nika, what do you mean when you're talking about bearing fruit? Y'all, fruit is the spiritual and physical good that comes from a relationship with Jesus. Fruit is the spiritual and physical good that comes from a relationship with Jesus. I'm going to give you a couple of examples of what fruit looks like. Fruit is when you have learned how to use the patience that God has given you when your little brother or sister is just dancing on that last nerve. That's fruit. Fruit is being able to provide for someone else's physical needs because you saw the need, you had the ability to meet that need, and so you met that need. That's fruit. Fruit is when you talk to someone about Jesus and maybe they come to a right relationship with him. That's fruit. Fruit is when you confess sin and you realign your heart and your mind and your lives back to what God says is good and right and true. That's fruit. I also think about fruit of the Spirit in Galatians, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things, there is no law. These are what we're talking about when we're talking about bearing fruit. So everybody say, bear fruit.